Hello and welcome to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM Tim, and...
Tim, you're muted.
I am not. Damn it.
How long do you think you'll realize?
Hello, okay. I am the GM Tim. I'm not muted anymore. Hooray. Welcome to Star Trek Lost Voyages. With me is the fabulous crew, who reminded me that I am indeed muted and no longer. Hooray! So that's fun. Off to a good start. I don't sound like a chipmunk, so I'll take it. Yeah, so tonight is our penultimate episode. So we're going to do kind of like a penultimate episode of the season. So our season's almost over, gang. Crazy. So we're gonna do a brief recap. So the scene opens in the conference room of the USS Haida, and what I'd like is a in-character recap of stuff that you kind of remember from the season so far, please. So Zanny, guess what? You're captain. We get to start with you. So, take it away.
I'd like to remind the crew at this point that we have gone through many hardships, most to do with Romulans. So far, we've encountered a secret Romulan base, which we've also, went back in or forward in time. I can't remember to encounter another one, both on moons. Both have been either subject to experimentation, and in our last encounter, we even discovered that the Tal Shiar has something to do with it, given that our old nemesis Mevin asked us to secretly destroy ancient equipment from the Kirkon. Reminder of the name?
Urk?
From the Urk.
Herc.
Yes, Herc.
Kirkon's also confused by the mention of 2 Romulan bases. He only remembers one.
Captain, I believe it was only one. And I just, give you one of these. One base.
Yes, one base, where we dressed like characters from a universe that I'm not yet known as.
No.
Interesting.
He's not getting the hint, Jessica.
And I, push forward with my mind just a big classified sticker.
All of you know about it.
No, they don't.
Kirkon doesn't. He wasn't there. He was in command of the ship at that point.
Well, the one
where you had to get surgically altered.
Oh yeah,
it was
right.
Luther.
It was Luther.
But
he knows about the other one where we went forward in time.
Anyway.
He knows about the other one, though. That one specifically, Kirkon was like...
Yes, that's why when I said, oh, right, just one.
The best part is...
He thinks it's the other one.
Yeah, I was going to say. All right.
Captain is being confused.
When is Captain confused?
All right, number one. Why don't you recap what you remember?
Romulans seem to be testing alternative power sources, which is concerning.
Yeah.
They also seem to have been able to test firing weapons without decloaking, which would also be a major threat to the Federation. I believe that Sofak had scanned some anomalies as well.
Yes, that was decloaking, not decocking, right?
Yeah.
Decloaking.
Okay, that's my one. I'm good.
Thanks.
Yes,
good. Yeah, thank you.
Fascinating addendum point, Captain. Yes, the Romulans were part of their weapon testing involved shooting torpedoes through subspace in order to navigate around decloaking in order to attack vessels. However, so far it appears that they have been partially unsuccessful, and we managed to remove their power supply that they were using to attempt these experiments.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Anyone have anything else they remember?
We did end up on our Herc base where we did take the power supply.
You did? Yeah.
And that power supply is currently being looked at by Starfleet Engineering, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget Dr. Doug. How did you come to be aboard our ship?
Ferengi.
What?
We bought him off of Ferengi
yes,
traders. That's what happened.
That was pretty cheap. No, I was really bored on guess it was not architectural, archaeological sort of base, and thank God you rescued me. Now I'm on the ship, flying through space instead of on a planet, slowly decaying. Yeah, that's
Wasn't the
about
planet
it.
also alive? Or the ocean
Yes,
was
good
alive?
memory.
Oh, was it? I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, it
We used
was.
to go on a submarine and everything. Gurkhan is
Yeah.
leaning back, remembering like his good memories being in
I
that
believe
submarine.
that submarine was really a stretch. Wasn't it just shuttlecraft that you bolted metal onto the side of?
Ah, yes.
It's stuck underwater?
Correction, Commander. Bolted more metal onto.
And didn't you do something funky to the shields that's
Captain,
not repeatable?
something
Always.
funky. Daily, Captain.
Daylight.
I'm trying to get more power out of these shields. Maybe use them as some sort of ram.
Like, lean over to the, like, ensign that's taking notes. I'm like, you don't need to. You could G6 it. No,
You
it's fine.
see them kind of like delete.
It's one of those future stenographers.
Yeah.
Is a stenographer in our meetings?
Oh my god.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doctor. Yes, Doug.
It's-
We actually need to record this because we always forget what we talked about.
It's Starfleet mandated. Like, we've had enough weird shit happen that they're like, we need like a independent third party to write all this shit down.
But why
Yeah.
not, why not just have the computer record?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not have a
No.
recording?
Because Sofak.
Because
Exactly.
don't trust the computer recordings anymore because Gurkhan and Sofek have messed with the shit so much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And they also don't feel comfortable giving us essentially Facebook Live either anymore because last time we almost killed the Federation.
The entire
With the
known
song.
galaxy.
You guys are the worst crew ever.
The worst crew.
How do you have a ship? I am still trying to.
they keep giving us.
Yeah, because they keep giving
you
us
one.
ships. Technically, we've had 3 ships.
Admiral
Yeah.
Shreff must be desperate.
But during
They're
our
just
entire
No, that's
career,
the
experiment.
during our entire
Whatever
career, we've
happens
only failed
on the
once.
ship- That's true.
We've only failed
Whatever
once.
happens on the ship, we perform well when it's things that are
You do.
outside the
You
ship.
very well. Yeah, you very do. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, good. Good recap. All right. Yeah. So, just as kind of like, so then the question kind of like, silently sort of just arises. What next, right? So, what is the thoughts for what the Romulans are up to? What does anyone have any speculation?
They're Romulans.
Work with me here.
It's
I would say either an invasion of the Klingon territories that were annexed,
Mm-hmm.
so they could take them back, or general Romulan shenanigans with Borg
I mean, if the Romulans
space technology.
can fire from cloak, much like the Klingons did at one point.
That's classified.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Kyle, strike that from the record.
Gurkha's like, I don't know why it's classified. Everybody in Klingon sings sagas about this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. We all know.
Nice.
But at the same time, if they can use that technology to destabilize either the Federation or the Klingons, then they become the superpower.
Yeah.
Because right now, the Klingons and the Federation are about to break they have broken the Kittimer Accord.
Right.
Have they attacked Deep Space Nine yet?
Yes, we're 2372, 3-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus,
Right.
being able to fire weapons through subspace is a real handy tool against the Borg.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Fire, well, against the Borg. Yes, I get it. Sorry.
Gurkhan is actually eating a hot dog in this conference.
Sure, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
they're
He
doing
just-
pissies.
He
The
just
Targ?
discovered them.
It's a hot dog.
He pointed the replicator.
Nice done, Matt.
Nobody tell him about a ham sandwich.
No kidding. Dr. Doug or Sofek, Yezkov, any speculation?
The power source is interesting to me. They seem to be experimenting with all sorts of power sources, and some how they're coming in contact with the extreme power sources that they were experimenting with. They obviously know where to find this Herc technology, as well as others, and where they're getting this information from is very interesting.
It is scary that some of the Herc are still living.
Okay.
Well,
Dr. Doug or Sophic?
The Romulans could have identified a power sort of signature, and they could be using that to track down different pieces of Herc technology in attempts to locate more of their power generating, or they are employing mercenaries, such as the ones that have attacked us from the Expanse in the past, in order to help them find these archaeological sites.
What about Dr. Doug? Any thoughts?
I don't know what they're doing, but I don't like it.
Fair enough. And you know what? That's actually the perfect place. Right as you finish saying that, the ship rocks. Alarms blare, red alert. Yezikov, you know the feel of blaster fire on the ship when you see it, or when you feel it. And that's where we're going to go to the intro. Be right back. All right, so as you rush onto the bridge, the scene sort of cuts back. You're on the bridge. Alarms are blaring. Beagle, seals are up, sir. And he kind of like steps back as you guys all kind of take your stations. All the other side crew kind of split off and head off into where they need to be.
damage report.
I just got here.
Figure it.
But no, yeah, I'm pushing buttons frantically.
Yeah. So you have suffered one breach to your structure before shields were able to be put up, and there is a very large, very dangerous-looking Daenerys class Warbird decloaked in front of you.
Romulans are here, sir.
Thanks. Keep on point. Hailed them?
Yep.
No response.
No response, sir.
What are we just in the middle of space? Like, where
Yep.
are we around a planet? We're just in between solar
just
systems.
In between solar systems, yeah.
Uncontrolled?
It is in the Shackleton Expanse, so it's all open space, yeah. And they are powering weapons again. Roll initiative. Oh, wait, I don't need to roll initiative.
What?
Take initiative.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say,
By the way, your directives tonight are the Prime Directive, and don't blow us up.
I mean,
it's a good one.
Shouldn't that one always be in effect?
And no, because that's not always fun.
we've had to blow up one of our ships on purpose.
It's fair.
True.
We did. It was one of our ways of being like, hey, ship must blow up now. Okay.
So I'm
Well,
gonna.
Sarah, invasive maneuvers.
Do you want me to play Zara or do you want me to play Jessica?
Yeah,
you only get
nope.
one.
You only get one.
You play Jessica. Fine.
right.
I'll do evasive maneuvers.
You're gonna jump on. You're gonna pilot, not command. I want to make sure you're absolutely
He's
clear on
gonna
what you're doing here.
pull the Riker controller out.
Well, can he
The
just
Riker
tell Sarah to
controller.
do it?
Yes, he can. And she
I can
Yeah.
just tell
yeah.
Sarah to do that. Okay,
That's
good.
that's your action.
That's my command.
That's your command.
You got it, sir.
My command is going to be to shoot you. So let me see if
I
can-
take initiative.
Let me see. Ah, damn it! I will. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So you steal initiative back, and
Yeah.
Okay. So your turn again. Who's next?
Yeah. It's how long? It's been so long. Do I go? Does somebody else go?
You
So-
can pick yourself or somebody else.
Why don't we get a piloting roll for Sarah first? Because that is a thing that should be happening.
I guess
I
I
want-
could roll that. Our actual controls stats are the same.
Yeah, sure.
Or you can just use Sarah. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah. If you've already got it open.
Well, like, I'm using Yezikov as my character, and Sam is just telling Sarah to do it, right? So I wouldn't be rolling for Sarah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
that right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it.
So Sam does that, and then I'll retain initiative to take Yezikov's turn, and I'll fire a full fucking spread.
Gopal, you've just got somebody following us because they love. I followed because of the beard. I just thought I'd point that. All right.
So the ship's gonna support with you, Sam, because it's a ship action. That's engines and con, I believe.
It is.
All right. It helps. So 4 successes on dodgy dodge.
All right. So evasive actions. I need to roll against that, right?
It just makes your difficulty to hit us 1 higher.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Cool.
That's all.
And then
Beauty.
Leah's firing.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So I am going to bring up Yezikov, and shooting is control and security. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the ship does
And-
support with weapons and security.
Ship already had its support, so it's done for this round.
The ship's being used for the action, so it continually supports.
Okay.
Because otherwise, the ship difference makes a difference in all these.
Cool.
It's not like a
And-
traditional support. It's just this is the ship being fired. She's using the controls, but the ship's actually doing it.
So we ran into this last time. How do I actually shoot with the ship?
So you got what's your stats again? Why didn't I have my character open? It would
I've
be
got-
control and security.
And security. Yeah.
Okay.
You
All right.
roll
So
that.
okay, roll that. So there's that. Oh, come
And
on.
then the ship supports with 1,
Okay.
which it does, giving you
It's okay,
2
so we got 2
successes, which is a
successes.
successful hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we roll for
Damage.
damage.
Yeah, the damage is what I couldn't figure out.
The damage is what I do. 'Cause
Oh,
I
okay.
have
You
the-
do
I have
damage.
the ship.
Okay.
So we're firing just
Pew, pew.
phasers.
I feel like
They're all
Whoa.
versatile, so that's all damage and
Holy
momentum.
mother of good heavens!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage plus 7 momentum
Which you can spend each momentum for a damage?
for damage. We can get 14 damage.
Remind me scale versus your ship. When it's scale, your difficulty goes up, right?
No, scale is
it-
what you
it-
reduce the damage by.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do you
thank
want to keep
God.
that momentum, or do you want to pump it all into damage, Leah?
I will
Pump it all in the
pump it all into. No, I'm gonna keep one. I'm gonna keep one in case there's like we really need to buy a D20 on this. But the rest is damage.
So one other thing is you can use 1 momentum to do penetration, which will ignore 2 of Tim's resistance.
Hey,
I'll do that.
So you'll do that, and then you'll keep 1, which means we then do 12 damage, penning 2 of your scale, because the Dirtex is huge.
All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So
Okay.
you do 12 damage. I've got scale 6, resistance 6.
Which drops it to 3. Or drops it to 4.
4.
So 8 damage. That's a breach. Miss
Why drops
Leah?
it to 4? Tell me more.
Because we did penetrating, so it reduces your resistance by 2.
You sons of guns. All right, so 8. So 8 from 12, 4.
And then
Okay.
if Leah wants to roll a d6 so we can see what section of the ship we bashed.
A 2.
Computers. That you can blow up consoles on the bridge if it was a player ship.
No
Nice.
more targeting for you.
And
No more
my shields go
eyebrows.
down by what my resistance is.
You
By
should
the
have
remaining
your-
damage.
Yeah.
And the only reason we breached is because we did more than 5 points of damage.
Gotcha. Great. Okay. Excellent.
I'm
That's
glad
like an
you know
injury.
what you're doing.
All right, so I'm blowing. Yeah, me too, because I'm learning. I haven't done this in a long.
We haven't
time. It's
done
been a long time
combat.
since the ship combat. Okay, so so the ship is gonna take. So you see power up, and it lets loose its disruptor banks.
Brilliant.
Oh, wait, we burnt power
Did-
on that too. 14 power remaining.
So ignore. It's not actually Beagle.
How dare you,
Beagle,
Beagle?
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, she initiated a simulation. It's not a real daredevil.
Yeah.
Son of a-
No, the test, Captain.
And I'm sorry, sir. And I'm blowing a threat.
Ooh.
So that will be
3
three
successes, that's a hit.
successes.
That's what you needed. Dang
Yeah,
it.
that's a hit. Now we're about to get hit with plasma.
We didn't doesn't it get reduced because we evaded? Warbird?
It did. He needs 2 to hit normally. Now he needs 3.
Oh, I see.
So disruptor banks, vicious 1.
2, 3, 4, 5.
You
Oh,
wanted
vicious
us to
one.
keep this ship, Tim.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. And the okay. Your turn.
So we resist. We resist. 21 minus 4, 17, 4, 8, 12.
Dun, 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 dun.
Roll for 2 breaches, Tim.
All right. 5 and 6.
Wait,
So communications and
holes in my
sensors.
ship.
Captain, shields are down. We have taken massive damage to decks 13, 15, and 17.
Get shields back up and send off repair crews to those decks.
And it's your turn.
Alright. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and try to bring the shields back up. Reason engineering. I'm at a console, so the difficulty is reduced by 1. I'm going to get another one for I know my ship. And then I'm going to use a momentum to get a 4th dice on this.
Ooh. Do it.
Oh, focus, yes. Any of them focused?
No.
All right, so that's 3 successes. I only need 1 for this to actually work.
Okay. Nice.
That gives us 3 momentum.
Cool.
And I'm going to use each one of those momentum plus the free one to restore 4 shields each. So we have 1 shield. We're not shields at 90%, Captain.
That's what I like to hear.
And then a little more power brings us our power back up to 16.
Okay. So on their ship, you see their disruptor banks are powering up again. But it looks like their shields are being reinforced to go back up to what they were before.
Wait, we're in the middle of a vicious battle with Romulans, and Gurkhan's still eating a Targ dog.
Apparently.
As Doug says that over my shoulder, go, that's actually, he's being pretty disciplined right now.
Normally my shirt would be off.
Oh, Jesus.
Dagger in
He's
each
actually-
hand.
This isn't even vicious to him yet.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I mean, 1 more breach and we're done. So
I
okay.
should probably get back down to the medical bay.
So do you want to do that then, Doug?
Yeah, I think so, since we got hit on like 3 decks.
Yeah. Okay, so there's we're gonna say we're just gonna do that like sweet ass like cutscene where you just like step out of the turbo or like into the turbo lift on the bridge and step out into the sick bay, like that, like good cut, right? And there are people all like there's triage happening right now. Like it's bad news bears. Why don't you give me a I would say control and medicine to take control of your kind of sick bay, or a presence and medicine to do that, or presence and command even. Kind of like like making orders, or you can go right to the like figure out what the first thing that's wrong is. What would you like to do?
I think I'll probably get things in line first. Control and medicine, and I'm going to use a focus, calm bedside manner.
Okay, nice.
Sort of stay chill.
Nice.
Okay, that's something.
So you're not losing it, but you're not going to get any bonuses. Does that make sense? Like you're not doing anyone any favors, but you're not hindering the process either.
Was a pediatrician before this.
Yeah, exactly. You weren't quite ready for this. You were, but you weren't. You know, like you're not inept. It's your Starfleet, right? So you're still the experts. But okay, back to the Romulans. The Romulans don't fire. Everything seems charged up, but they have not fired yet. They are doing other stuff, and you can't see on their bridge, so we're going to go right to Skwxwu.
I'd be a weak spot, Skwxwu.
So what?
That this takes out the weaponry.
What systems have breaches?
Sensors, communication, and structure.
All right. Well, I'm going to do the. For my minor action, I'm going to restore the sensors.
Mm-hmm. It's a minor action for you.
For anybody, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
As long as you're on a console.
Okay.
Yep.
You need to
even
read the
easier.
rule book.
If you're in engineering,
No
it's even
minor
easier.
action existed.
I just no idea. Of course, it doesn't say what to use.
You don't use anything; it just happens.
All right then, it just happens.
You just
and then
stabilize the system like rerouting power or something.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, and then I'll scan the Romulan Warbird for weaknesses
Yeah.
for
Okay.
Hezekov's next shot.
Sensors and security to back you up.
Control science.
Ship no help.
No, but it looks like one of your focuses might.
Oh yeah, I have sensors as a focus.
Okay. All right. So you start scanning this ship. You're going to get you're not going to get any momentum from this, by the way. I mean, you
That's
have
fine.
it
We get piercing too.
with the with your sensors.
With scan for weaknesses. Yep.
Oh, it
That's what
gives you
scanning for
piercing
weaknesses
too?
does.
Wow. What? Jesus. Okay. So you start scanning the ship, and as you do realize a few things, Skwxwu. Their power source is not what you normally see on a Warbird. And
Of course it's not.
it looks like it's stable, but wasn't quite. They weren't ready for how damaging that really possibly was. So it looks like their weapon system is burnt out, and that is the weak point. Hit the weapon system, you could cascade back into the ship's power core. But you do see that they are starting to repair it. The ship has a skeleton crew as well. Looks like a lot of the systems are automated.
They're going to be skeletons in a second.
No, they'll be space dust.
Background radiation.
I don't know if a quantum torpedo will do that much damage. But
We don't need to fire that yet.
that's our endgame weapon. That's our Thanos snap.
Okay, back to them. They are going to do not the evasive. What's the targeting?
Attack pattern.
Attack pattern. Yeah.
Like a +1.
Yeah. So they lay in an attack pattern. That is a. So I am going to do daring and con for this one. Because they go like crazy. I will burn another threat. And as they start to kind of like take off and they go around, you can see one of their Sofek and Yezikov on both your sensors. You can see that their warp drive just kind of like blew out right there with that 19 I rolled. They just kind of like, and you can see a large kind of like on the back end there.
Well, it sucks to be them.
Oh, Jesus. And yeah, okay. So, I get a ship roll though, don't I?
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, okay. I mean, the ship still does its thing, but let's see if I can. 2. I need 2 or higher, right? Oh, I need 3 because you guys have 3 for your evasive. So you've set the difficulty high. All right. So
You one higher.
And so I need engines and con. Boom, boom, boom. I haven't rolled my ship before. This is fun.
We'll see the stats on the ship in a second.
Oh my god.
Ship only gets 1 roll for support.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I'll let you.
Do you know what?
It.
No.
Yeah, we'll let
You
it
know
go.
what? No. Fair is fair. I'll take the 20 because I did that poorly, and it fits the theme. So the ship kind of like blows another piece. I am gonna blow threat to stop another breach. But you can see that they're not going to warp anytime soon. That doesn't necessarily make them less dangerous, and in fact, Yezikov, your Romulan tactics kicks in. And this is kind of like cornering an angry cat. Like, it's just not something you want to do, right? So,
Yeah.
So this might make them more dangerous in fact. And it's your initiative, not you, Yazikov, but you, team.
Well, Zanny's going to take the initiative and say, let's declaw this kitten. Yep, I'm going to use the directive. And Yazikov, I want you to take the weapons offline. You'll get assisted by my control and command. I can only do this once per scene. I pass my turn, give you a bonus by rolling my control and command as an assist. And you get to fire at them, but I'm asking you to destroy their weaponry. Well, not asking, I'm ordering.
Yeah, okay.
He escaped it.
Difficulty goes up by 1 because you're specifically targeting a thing.
Yep.
That's... I don't help you.
Do you want to blow a determination?
I will.
No, Zanny.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Carry on, Yazikov. You are blowing a determination?
Yeah. I'm
nice.
going to choose no stranger to violence.
Yeah, okay.
And I will focus on their weapon systems. So that's automatic critical with the determination. Do we have any momentum? Just the 1, right?
No, I used it all to bring the shields back up.
Right. Okay, cool. So 2 for me then with control and security. I am focused on this, which I didn't turn on last time. And so that's
Whoa.
5 successes.
Perfect. What are we firing? Phasers or photon
Phasers.
torpedoes? Okay.
Phasers.
Okay.
You're not gonna blow
I
them
don't
up.
want to set off a chain reaction.
Okay.
Hmm.
Suddenly I see 3 photons fire. Oh, crap.
1,
Well,
2,
skip-
3, 4 damage plus 1 versatile.
Plus piercing.
Yeah,
Plus
so
piercing too.
each effect is a piercing 2.
Dear
We can also
Yep.
re-roll the 3 failures with
Momentum.
We
momentum.
don't have any momentum, do we?
We
I thought we
got
didn't
1
have
for
it.
versatile. We got a bunch for your attack.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll spend 1 momentum to reroll the
All right.
zeros.
We should at least have 3.
Yeah, so
Momentum for your attack, right?
3d6 being added to the. Yeah,
Wait, what class of ship are we again?
nothing big.
You're a Cheyenne.
Which is like smaller than an
400
Enterprise
cells.
D?
Yeah. In comparison, you're about the same size as Voyager. A little bit bigger.
So 1, 2, 3,
But
4.
we hit like a Mac truck.
Yeah.
Only
Seems
5
like-
points of damage, but that is a breach to weapons
Okay.
Okay.
because it's 5 points of damage.
Let's see the.
All
And
right.
so we ignore a total of 4 resistance because it's 2 for each
Ooh.
effect.
Haha! Yellow!
All right, so you see it hit, and it just kind of like does that, like explodes on the front. Because I love the phaser out of the front of the ships. That beam, it looks so good, and it ripples back, and it just kind of like tears the ship up, and the thing kind of breaks and separates top and bottom, like it just splits. And there's two large pieces kind of hovering.
Good shot.
Recommend we hail them in Suffolk scan through survivors.
Yeah. I'm just amazed that she cut it in half. Like, kind of speechless. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know why you're surprised at the deadly fucking efficiency of Varya. She's broken a guy's neck in front of you.
Yeah, but that's one-on-one. Like, you use this like a board cutting lasers.
Yeah, it was sweet.
I was just like,
Gurkhan is going to stand up and give Captain permission to leave the bridge and start repairs.
granted. Yes, Varya. Let's see. Hail the Romulans.
Hailing frequencies open, sir.
There's no response, but you don't, like, doesn't shock you. So, in fact, you're not even sure if communications works on their end.
Our communications are blown out too.
Oh, so never mind the hailing thing. It's just static comes on. Turn on.
Yeah.
You just get the blue screen of death.
Hey, Dr. Doug, can I get another roll for you down below, please? Let's go.
Sure.
What would you like? Presence in medicine or control in medicine? Daring, tell me what you're doing down there.
I mean, at this point, I'm probably just treating people.
Yeah, okay.
Triage, basically, trying to find the worst and fix the worst first.
Okay, so then let's do insight in medicine, because that would be kind of like the picking and choosing and figuring out who's next and who's coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Doing the doctor thing. He's fine. Next patient.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, not rolling well tonight.
Would you like to use a determination to get rid of that?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Or you put a scalpel through somebody's throat.
Dr. Doug lost his lollipops and he's upset.
No, he knows exactly where they are. They're all over his office from being blown out.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got to pick them all back up.
He had them all
Actually-
organized by flavor.
Yep. I
You
have
know,
him
this one
accidentally
last
were
time
looking
you're-
at sugar-free ones, and now I'm pissed.
Somehow your pet Gurkhan is now in sickbay eating them.
Yep.
I forget.
So am I just re-rolling the one dice?
Yeah.
So I just take the task roll down to 1, and then I hit it?
Correct.
Okay.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay, there's something.
Yeah, so you're able to, like, you got a good handle. Your staff is ready for this. They have fought with this crew before. They were ready for a fight. And you're doing well. You're kind of suturing. This person will live next, and then you kind of go to the next table. You guys had 3 breaches altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you lost 5 crew altogether. 2 from just kind of like didn't report in, breaches in the hull, and 2 on the table, Dr. Doug. But the rest are going to be okay. It's going to be a lot of healing and stuff, but you're going to be, yeah. Okay. Sofek, what are you doing?
I'm going to run a scan of the Romulan vessel to see what the status of both halves are.
Okay, can you give me more? What are you looking for? Status of what? Like, just, do you want basic information, or are you looking for something specific?
Seeing if there's any surviving life forms.
Okay.
Seeing if there's any, and also like, is it about to go super boom?
Yeah.
Do we need to vacate the area?
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Dude. 2 successes.
Nice. There are life forms. It does look critical, but it's not about to go super boom. Yazikov, one thing you've noticed so far that's unusual, there's no distress beacon. Gurkhan, what are you doing down below?
Sending out teams to patch all the breaches in the ship.
Okay.
And
Sandy Kirkcon.
Yes, Captain?
Yeah, I'm interrupting you. Tell me the status of transporters as soon as you can.
Transporters appear to be active, Captain, but I do not want to risk it with our ship venting atmosphere.
I just like turn to him like, are you sending people to space?
I turn back to her. No, I'm bringing the Romulans to our break.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, I would prefer to make sure that we're not running on having our ship's integrity held by force fields first, Captain.
Fair enough. Sandy out.
Okay.
Yep, so I'm bringing up the structural integrity of the ship. Basically, finding the breaches in the hull, filling them in, making sure that we can sustain atmosphere, and then closing them off so that I can get teams in there to work on the communications and sensors.
Okay.
Breaches first, then communications, then sensors.
So give me an insight and engineering, since you're doing that from engineering and you're kind of like ordering crews around, or reason to try and figure out which order you're going to do it in.
Okay, I'm going to do it with reason. I know my ship active because I know my ship. And no focus because I don't technically have any focuses on repairing hull right now.
Okay.
Like shipboard engineering wouldn't count, right? That's just the engineering part of the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Two successes.
Nice. Okay. You're going to be able to accomplish your tasks. It's going to take a while. And nothing fast. Yeah. We're going to give you a work track of two. Oh shoot! I can't remember the two thingy thingies.
Breakthroughs.
Thank you. Oh my God! 2 breakthroughs. Wow! Yeah. Wow! So 2 breakthroughs.
You're gonna remember why you hated work tracks.
I know.
Real quick.
Totally remember why I hated them, but that's okay. So we're still gonna use them because it works in this scenario. And I want you to have turns instead of just like making one massive roll, right? So, Zenny. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, Sofek. We hadn't finished with you yet. Can we get your roll there?
Again?
Oh wait.
You did it.
I did scan. I was right.
Oh, there it is. I'm so sorry. Okay. So you did I give you the results too?
Yeah, there was life forms, and the ship wasn't immediately blowing up.
That's right. I'm just all full of all kinds of good flowiness tonight. Hey,
it's
all
called
right.
Wine.
It's tea. I'm drinking tea.
Oh yeah, in
Irish
the
tea?
non-transparent mug, so we can't verify it.
It's just
Whatever you're
peppermint.
drinking, you just gotta blow on it so they don't know it's vodka.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Okay, what would you guys like to do next? Like I said, there's very few crew there. There's explosions happening all over the ship. Sofek, they don't have long.
Are we still in initiative order?
It's basically you guys' turn. You can't tell what they're doing.
Sarah, bring us to within 1 kilometer. Yes, go prepare. Yes, I know. Go, Paul.
Durkon tenses up for no reason.
Even though he's in the engineering department, he can't hear my order.
But he still tenses up for no reason down there.
Sofek, try to give me a clear idea of how many crew are actually on that ship. Jessica, be prepared to fire at them again. Maybe skip, but also keep a lookout for other ships because I'm really dubious. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
Their distress signal is down, sir. The likelihood of other Romulans showing up is very low. But yes, I will scan.
Just not sure they were here by themselves is all.
You got it, sir. Bringing her in.
All right. So you guys are able to kind of like swoop in. Do you want to go in between the two pieces, or are you kind of like going alongside?
I don't want to be
Wait,
out.
I mean,
how's Sarah doing it? She didn't
Sarah's-
really get a specific, so she can really pick.
Sarah doesn't really like brag, but she is a bit of a showboat, so she'll go like whatever's the like most technical way to get it closer. She really wants to impress the captain.
Yeah, so she flies like right in between the two split parts. So you are like equidistant from each part, and it's like perfect scanning condition. Why don't you give me a roll just to see if you do the Galaxy Quest as you kind of like.
Yep. Okay, so control and con.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Nope.
Yazikov is sorry. Sarah's she's a pilot, right? So she's good.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me. What is next?
Sofek. Yep.
I'm going to do a more detailed scan on the halves to try and pinpoint down life signs, so we can get the captain a guest.
I want answers
for a conversation.
So give me those rolls, Sofek.
Let's see. You know, I have a feeling we really want information, so I'm going to burn a determination. And what should I use? I'm going to use the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Okay.
Because I know we're in a very precarious point right now, and there's a lot. We're basically trying to find people on a exploding vessel. But we need answers. So I'm just gonna, we're gonna try and transport them no matter what happens.
So you're gonna have to drop your shields to do this.
To scan?
No, to beam. Just don't forget that part of it. When you want to transport, you got to drop your shields. Okay, so go for it. Scan. Scan.
So 4 successes total.
All right. Yeah. So you got 1 momentum.
Plus my free one. Don't forget about that.
Your free one, indeed. Yeah. So would you like to use a free one to give yourself some free questions?
Yes, I would like to use it to give me 2 questions.
Yeah. Okay. So you do detect the crew. You detect the crew. There are 27 of them. 27 distinct life forms.
Are they split between the halves, or are they all on? Of course they are.
But only about 5 are on the lower half. The rest all look to be on the kind of like the bridge or main areas.
And I guess of the 2 groups, what's the overall status of the life signs? Like, is there one group that life signs are fading, weaker?
So it doesn't look like you killed anyone. Lots of breaches on. You might have destroyed some of the people on there. You don't know. You never got a good count beforehand. There is something unusual about the readings, but you can't quite it could be anything. It could be interference from their energy output. It could be interference from the fact that your ship blew their ship literally in half. It could be there's too many variables. From this point, you can't tell what it is exactly that's wrong with them. But there are abnormalities in what Romulan readings should look like in the entire crew.
Captain, there are about 23 life signs remaining on the vessel. 5 are in their engineering section. The rest are on their bridge and command area. However, their readings do not match what the Starfleet records of Romulan bio readings are.
They don't match what a regular Romulan should look, and we don't know what the. Okay, never an easy one, is it?
So, one of the things you noticed for free, the power core has changed frequency. It no longer looks stable.
Uh-oh.
Also, Captain, we appear to be running out of time as the power core on the Romulan vessel is degrading rapidly.
Gurkhan, can I have your first task roll for engineering, please?
Yep. Look, okay. 1, a failure, and a 1. So 2 successes. I have now given myself a complication, I believe.
You have.
Yeah.
What would this be? You're specifically working on the breach yourself, right? Or are you orchestrating? How are you?
I'm doing the breaches myself. I have the main
reasons,
crew working on our sensors. Oh, sorry, communication. So
Okay.
I have people working on communication, but I'm working on the breaches with Gallic.
Okay. So next rolls, I want control and engineering versus reason, because you're actually physically doing it.
No difference.
Fair enough. Nonetheless, so we're gonna give you a complication. Let's say that it's one of those like plasma, like the feedback, kind of like God damn it.
So here's the fun part about me. I got that die for free because I have the ability. I know my ship. I can't re-roll it with caution because I didn't use momentum to earn it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's kind of.
It's just because I'm so casually in charge. I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But now I got to roll my work tracker.
Yes. So you did get successes.
But I roll 5 dice because I'm engineering 5. Okay. So I have the ability a little in the nick of time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 work.
Yeah. Nice. So that is your first breakthrough.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So technically, I have vicious engineering.
You do have vicious engineering.
Jesus.
Back to the bridge, Zanny.
Here's what I want to happen. Sofek, I need transporter lock in all of those life forms. The Yasikov, I want you to send security teams to Cargo Bay 3. I want that place sealed off. And I want to beam all of them into Cargo Bay 3. Zanny to Dr. Doug.
Go for Doug.
Doug, we're going to be transporting some of the Romulans into Cargo Bay 3. They may require medical assistance. Please just be aware. Zanny out.
We have a brig.
Not for 25 people.
Correct.
You can fit 25 in a small enough space.
As they explode.
No.
Not the trolley problem.
Federation, your federation.
Yeah. Sarah, be prepared to exit. Be prepared to go to maximum impulse on my command. And yeah, let's also try and keep transporter locked on those folks, even once they're in the cargo bay, because I have a bad feeling about this. All right, crew, go.
All right, so let's get a piloting roll for Sarah to GTFO. Let's get a transporter roll from Sofek, it was? Or was that Yezikov that was doing the transporting?
Either or.
Somehow you rolled 0 dice.
Sofek, let's do Sofek.
Oh.
All right. How do I... Where I know there's a thing for transporting.
Because you rolled challenge dice, Leah. Wrong dice.
Challenge dice?
You clicked the one below task by mistake.
Yeah. Huzzah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, a challenge dice just
Did
D6?
you just fix your hair? I love it. Sarah just flips her ponytail.
I'm going to try this if you don't mind. I'm going to see what challenge dice do. It says rolling 0 dice. Why? Wait,
You have to type in next to it, I think.
Oh, challenge dice. That's how you roll D6.
Ah, nice. Okay, great. Now we
There
know.
you go. So Sarah got 1
easier.
success.
Yeah, okay. So Sarah's having issues getting out of this area. It's not as easy as going in.
Oh. It's like I got myself into a situation. That's fine. I'll get through.
Sofek.
Okay, I'm reading transporters. I'm burning my second determination, so others can do heavy lifting in the second part. And I'm going to use logic's the solution to all problems. because I need to figure a workaround as I am transporting people who are not on a transport pad to somewhere that's not on a transport pad.
There we go.
3 people.
Or
2 ships to 1
I'm going to do some science/engineering explanations
Yeah.
to get rid of the added difficulty of transporting without a pad. Would our cargo base have
Cargo base have cargo transporters, yes.
So I'm going to route them to the cargo transporters.
Yes. Brilliant.
As the receiving pad.
Okay.
Oh, good. This is only difficulty 3 now.
Could Yazikov give an assist?
Yazikov's running down to do security.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah. The ship
And
can assist
we've
with
established
sensors and
that we're
engineering.
padded computers.
Are we still technically in the
Yeah.
like in the full combat that we just had? Like, I could use follow my lead.
No.
As my talent.
Sure.
To assist him?
Sure.
I also need
only
the
do it
ship
once.
can assist with sensors and engineering.
Ooh, how about you roll a ship assist, somebody?
Okay.
Ship is sensors and engineering.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need 1 success. Go, Paul.
Got it. Did I? I got it.
You got it.
Oh, good. That's 3. That's what we needed.
That's what you need.
A couple of them materialize a few inches taller.
So only because Zanny and Sofek have worked together for so long, does Zanny realize how stressed Sofek is doing this? And just for a brief moment, Sofek loses just a touch of his Vulcan cool.
One bead of sweat.
Nanotech.
Sending calming vibes, and for me, it's actually true.
but then suddenly like regains it really quick,
Yeah.
and it is successful. Well done, Sofek.
As the science officer transports, 2 groups of Romulans from 2 different parts of a Romulan ship that's in the process of blowing up.
Well
To
done.
one of our cargo bays.
Yazikov.
And
Never tell me the odds.
Actually, everybody, can I have everybody please make a fitness security roll, please?
Primary characters only, or secondary characters as well?
Primary characters.
Fitness secretary.
Uh-oh.
Only
2 for that one. No complication for that one. Yeah, 2 successes.
Okay, Dr. Doug and Zanny, you're each going to suffer 3 stress. As the ship explodes, Sarah's roll was not high enough for you guys to avoid damage.
Shit.
The ship is going to take it won't take a breach because
then we're dead.
You're dead. Yeah. Let's say that your shields are down to 50%.
Okay.
All right. But you did manage to get away. As we go to commercial break, Yazikov, you burst into the cargo bay with your team, and you see Mevin and a bunch of other Romulans staring straight ahead at cargo pods that are in the bay with blank looks on their faces. They don't react to you bursting in. And that's where we'll go to our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the second half of tonight's episode. See you soon. Enjoy the music from Norse Foundry. It's free to stream, and you can listen to it too because it's good. Okay, see you soon. Bye. welcome back to Star Trek.
So
Trek
who's going to
muted
tell him
again.
this time?
I'm muted again. God. Hello and welcome back. I'm not muted anymore. Hooray. Well, welcome back to Star Trek Lost Voyages. The music playing was Norse Foundry. Critical Botch is what the album is called, and Norse Foundry makes music that is free to stream online. And they make dice as well. That they're our sponsor for this show. We're streaming on their channel, and so we and my something happened with my
Our video is a little mucked.
video. Yeah, all sorts of.
I mean, I don't mind sharing a box with Sam, but
there
like,
we
I
go.
prefer to have
There
my
we
own.
go. That's much better. There, nice. Look at me looking all professional as I'm talking very professionally. Woohoo!
Oh, now I'm just moving on my own.
Yeah. Aw. So Norse
Now you're
Foundry,
just looking like a jerk.
Norse Foundry sponsors the show, and they put out some music is one of the things that they do that is free to stream and free to play. And so just go to Spotify and you can find their stuff there. So when we last left the crew of the USS Haida, the USS Haida had taken a bit of a beating. Gurkhan was in the middle of fixing. Gurkhan, why don't we see if you finish the fix there, if you don't mind.
I get a 4th dice for free now because I'm testing a theory.
Okay.
That theory is if I can put the force fields outside the ship, we don't need to spacewalk to fix it.
Hi, Strength 24.
That's the wrong one. That's fitness and security. That's not what it's meant to be. It's supposed to be reason and
He
engineering.
lifted the
All right.
beam back into place himself.
Should have taken the first one.
It falls on him.
Yeah, the force field didn't quite hold. Again, I can't use cautious because I didn't use momentum.
Do we have any momentum?
Well,
I'm just curious, sorry.
I give a bunch of momentum for each one of these rolls.
Oof. Another.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Okay.
We save all our issues for the last episode of the season, if you haven't noticed. All those 20s come up on the last one when we're trying not to die. That's the hardest.
The more dice you roll, the more likely you are to roll a 20, right?
Yeah. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3.
Don't tell me Gurkhan loses all of his medals again.
No, so Gurkhan... Gurkhan, that is a success, but you now have, I think, a total of, 3 complications?
Yep.
Yeah. So you've taken a... You're going to need some medical attention there, Gurkhan.
I'm bruised and cut up, but
Yeah.
a few burns doesn't harm me. In my work, 6 more work.
6 more work. That's enough for another breakthrough, and the work you needed 2. The work total is 6 and 7. You got the last one, so 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're good to go. So you're able to get the structure breach gone. So down to 1 breach, not bad. Your crew will probably have it by about 15, 20 minutes. Our time. In the meantime,
So just communications is breach left.
just communications is breach left. So you can't communicate out very well, which at the moment is not the super biggest problem. Let's go jump right to Yezikov. Yezikov, you're in this cargo bay. I mean, honestly, probably even though you can see something is instantly wrong, I would not be surprised if you would call the doctor.
Yeah. It's in Andreevich. Go take a quick scan of the Romulans. I have to call the doctor. Yes, go to Dr. Ross.
Go for Doug.
She just kind of pauses for a beat. You're needed down in the cargo bay.
I'm halfway there. I'll be there in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Spasiba.
All right. Andreev, who did you send? Andreev?
Ensign Andreevich.
Ensign Andreevich. Okay, so Ensign Andreevich is ma'am, I can't. there's something I don't know what's wrong. I don't understand. Maybe a medical tricorder will break through. I can't. I can see something unusual with this reading, but I can't quite figure it out.
Yeah. And they're not moving or anything, right?
No,
Like,
they're just standing
right
there.
still?
Yeah.
All right. Make sure they are unarmed. The doctor is on his way down now.
So Andreevich looks at one of them and says, "I need to take that," and they pull it out of their holster and hand it right to him.
God, that is the first time I've ever seen that happen.
I swore I thought I was going to be signing his death like stuff in the service to Starfleet and Andreevich.
Yeah.
He went for it. He went for it kind of like he went for it like you would like taking your weapon from somebody. But and he just kind of like instinctively was like, "I'm going to need to take that," like trying to just be like courteous while doing it, or at least respectful. And the Romulan just pulled it out and gave it right to him.
And like Varia just kind of like twitches as the Romulan like pulls out a weapon, but then hands it over. Just
so does Andreevich. He like throws up a little bit in his mouth, turns around, he's a little bit green, like the shrugs.
Job it's
yeah, he's and he kind of tepidly starts to take the other weapons.
Nice.
Dr. Doug, you arrive.
Yeah, I show up and I'm just like covered in different alien bloods, and I don't even realize it.
Look like you've been at a
and
paintball
Andreevich
match.
turns around. Dear Lord! Looks like you've been in a paintball match. Oh no!
I thought I came from the death ship.
Wow, good reference. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut for the players. So anyone who's watching like season 1, I think, of USS Haida, that's how far back that goes.
That shit's classified now.
Yeah.
Well, Doctor, looks like you've been busy. I have a case for you as well. These Romulans seem to be devoid of all thought, instinct. We took their weapons from them without ever a fight.
Wow.
And I'm just like something occurs to Romulans all face starboard.
They all turn starboard.
And I like gesture. What?
I'm sort of like I'm sort of like awestruck, and I just like drop the little medical
circle, yes.
Whatever that thing's called, the little
scanner. It's a scanner.
Scanning bit, yeah. It's kind of.
Yeah. Yezikov, why don't you give me a insight and science? Because if I remember correctly, you know history, right? You know, you're a bit of a history buff or nerd.
The 23rd century specifically. Yeah. Why is this not working? Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. I'm just lagging. Cool.
Varia fell asleep in history class.
Yeah, apparently.
No critical failures,
so
though.
It's triggering something. You got like that. There's that. Oh God,
You're so stunned it's on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah. You know, there's something that there's something there, but you can't. It's just not.
It's like they're following orders without thinking.
Yeah. Or thinking even.
Or even having any kind of autonomy. Yeah. Thinking.
Okay.
Trying.
No Wessels.
Character.
I know. All right. Yeah, okay. So, Dr. Doug, it is.
We tried scanning them, but our scanners, Ensign and Andreevich couldn't find anything.
Well,
I'll try scanning.
Yeah, all right. Give me give me an insight and medicine, please.
Can I use a focus xenobiology?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yes.
Nice. Yeah. So you do. So you don't know. Maybe you do. It's the kind of like the giving orders and the following blatantly and the kind of like blind obedience. And really unusual readings. In fact, it looks like all of the Romulans have more than one life sign on each of them. Almost like they've got a parasite.
Like, so how many of them are in this cargo bay right now?
There are 23.
So does each of them have 23 life signs?
You're counting 46 life signs altogether.
Oh, crap.
It's never good.
And there is a match in the medical database from the 23rd century.
It's my favorite century.
It's your favorite too?
Sure, why not?
All right, well, you and Yazikov can figure it out then.
I mean, can I just like...
Yeah.
Like, I know what it is.
Sure, yeah. What is it?
Last time we heard something along these lines. It was from the City Eel, from City Alpha 4. But I mean, that was so long ago, isn't it? Or City Alpha 2?
It's okay, don't.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
City Alpha, whatever.
Yeah.
City Alpha 5.
5.
City Alpha. Keep going.
City Alpha. But that was so long ago, and there's been no record of them since.
So Dr. Doug, it does match all of those, but it looks like it's a bit of a different kind of like the genome's just off enough that it looks like it's a relative, maybe a precursor to them.
Okay. So I am detecting the little thing in their ear?
Yeah, and you're detecting some of the same DNA residue that they had kind of like introduced you to from the Herc.
Okay. Interesting. I don't.
Yazikov,
we gotta figure it out.
I could just imagine Yazikov looking at the doctor doing that, like, what?
We gotta get rid of these things, huh?
Yes, probably. Who put them in there? The last record that I read was used by Khan to control Captain Chekhov. Commander Chekhov. What did he end up being? Admiral Chekhov?
Commander. Yeah.
He was commander at that time.
By the time you guys would like know of him, he'd definitely be Admiral.
Admiral Chekhov. But I can't remember how they were able to extract them. It is also now the 24th century, so we probably have made leaps and bounds in medical equipment. I
You
assume.
think so, wouldn't you?
And then I look at him like covered in blood, and I'm like, Right.
Okay. So I want you to kind of like maybe go to Discord or
Okay.
mute your Zoom. And I want you two to figure out what it is that you want to do. You could do it here. You could do it at Medbay, whatever you want. But come up. You've got like literally just a couple minutes. I want you to come up with a plan to try and fix this. Grab some technobabble, whatever you want to do. Something that both of you could make rolls for if you want to really get into it. Okay. So you guys do that, and then the rest of you, especially Gurkhan, I'm gonna move you to the bridge, like doing your repairs, so that you're on the bridge for this next scene. Okay?
Yeah, I'm repairing the sensors on the bridge.
Sounds good. Okay. So Gurkhan, why don't you give me an engineering roll for the sensors?
Mm-hmm. Three successes.
Nice. Okay. So your team is well on the way. The sensors are having problems, but you get communications kind of like back just in time for a priority 1 alert to come in towards Zanny. Captain's ears only.
My reading room, I leave the bridge. And get to my reading room where everything has fallen over, and somehow a batleth is now like on the floor. It came from like a panel or something. And I just click on, and I go over to my computer and I click the button. Just the one big button in the middle.
Nice. Okay. So Gurkhan and oh my good heavens, Zanny. There's too many people on the screen. So Zanny, the message that you get. Sofek, Stefan, and Gopal, you don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a high alert from Starfleet Command, ordering you to a specific sector that you guys have not been to, very, very close to the Romulan border.
Ooh.
They don't give you much. It is a rescue mission. It is maximum priority. You are to stop all other tasks and get there at warp 9.9. And you are to either destroy the ship or save it. That's your orders. 3 ships will rendezvous with you along the way. An Akira and 2 Defiant class. They will not communicate with you beyond the same orders that you have. And communication is not even a response. This is like text, heavily encrypted, captain level only, straight up. You're muted.
I have the coordinates. There we go. I have the coordinates. Great.
Yeah.
I guess I send the acknowledged response. And how old is it? Like just now I got it. Like it's not time stamped like 2 hours ago or whatever.
No, like you didn't. Yeah, you got like a little bit of delay, but it's more like just as communication came on, you got this. If Gurkhan had fixed other things instead, it would have been
delay.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, I'll enter the bridge. Gurkhan, do we have warp status?
Everything is functional. We have just barely gotten communications back up, Captain. We should be ready to rock.
Excellent. Prepare for red alert. Sarah, set a course to
Ready?
these coordinates.
What?
Set a course to, yep. Set a course to these coordinates. Maximum warp. Zanny Diazikov. Zanny? Okay, forget it.
Diazikov here.
Diazikov.
Nice.
Whatever you're doing, seal it up and lock it down. We're on our mission towards to another sector, maximum warp. I'll give you details when we get there. Zanny out. Sofek. And here's the coordinates of where we're going. See if you can locate a ship and tell me, only me, when that happens. Sarah, engage.
All right. Sarah,
sir.
Oh, I was just going to do it. 5 by 5. That's okay. All right. So let's... Sofek, do you or Gurkhan have anything you want to try and do en route? You each get basically 1 action on the way.
I'm going to bring the shields up to full capacity because they're only at 50%, you said.
Yep, they are. Is that a free action to do, or do you need to make an engineering roll for that one?
If you want me to.
I don't remember. That's why I'm asking.
I can make an engineering roll, but depending on how long it is, you can choose to make it a free roll. But if you want me to roll, I can roll.
Let's do a roll. It's going to be only difficulty 1 because you guys have taken such damage, right? So repairs are repairs. You're not breached anymore, but you're still suffering.
Yeah. How about...
Nice, 4. So you've got 3 momentum to start the sequence. So start the scene. So fast.
I use one of the momentum to fully restore the shields because you get 4 for each.
Perfect. Okay. So you've got 2 momentum in the pool, Sofek.
Okay, so the captain wants me to, when we get to coordinates, scan for a vessel and let him and only him know. I guess, and Captain hasn't told us that we're rendezvousing with other Federation vessels. Okay, I guess I'm going to boost our long-range sensors to max
basically give us as much of a heads up warning when we find this mysterious ship the captain wants.
Okay.
I'm going to assume there's a logical reason for the captain bursting out of his ready room. Sometimes there is. Sometimes there's not.
Yeah. So why don't you give me a daring and science, because this is an unusual sort of use of sensors. It's not something you do often. It is kind of like, it is somewhat daring, because you want to make sure the information goes without like ignoring it, right? So, all right, nice.
2 successes.
Yeah. Do you get a focus on that one?
Yep, sensors.
All right, so 3 successes altogether, or
Nope,
you just
just the 2.
activate the 2? That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you're able to set this up. You won't get any extra momentum. You're able to give the sensor data feed directly to the captain in quick bursts, so that it's used but stored kind of like securely, without you having to process it manually. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, great. We're going to snap to Varia and Dr. Doug. Dr. Doug, don't forget you're still muted. So can you give me a fill-in on what you two were doing right before Zanny called Yazikov, and then what Doug is going to do continuing on after Yazikov has to leave to the bridge?
Yeah, we're basically we're going to try to get one of these slugs or eels or whatever out of the I can't remember.
Ear canal?
Mevin.
Yeah, ear canal. Yeah,
Taking
that's it.
Mevin.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're using Mevin? Okay. And are you going to do it right here, or are you taking her to sick bay?
I think we got to take her to sick bay.
Okay. What kind of procedure do you want to try, Dr. Doug?
Well, basically, based on the past, if we try to take it out through like simple means of like going in there with like a pair of tongs or something like that, it basically will either kill them or hurt them quite a bit. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to fake Mevin's death. We're going to stop her heart for like 30 seconds and see if it will leave.
Oh, nice. I dig. Okay, yeah. So what technobabble do you want to use for the medicine to make her heart stop? Do you have any?
Ooh, technobabble. No, I don't. Not right now.
We'll overload her heart with adrenaline, or like tetrathrozine, and then we'll pump it full of adrenaline after 30 seconds.
Okay.
I'm just standing there with a big ass needle.
We'll use a transporter to remove her heart, then put it back in.
Jesus. All right. Give me a daring and medicine, because this is absolutely daring medicine. If you've got field or trauma medicine, I would let you use that as a focus, because that would be like triage medicine would strike me as this is like, restart with adrenaline and stuff.
Yeah, I have, let's see, what is it? Quick study.
You did a lot of field medicine and working as a pediatrician.
Yeah.
Do you have like xenobiology? That would maybe.
I have xenobiology as a focus.
Yeah, I would.
Romulan.
And then I have
other alien.
Oh, yeah.
I have quick study, which is when attempting a task which involves an unfamiliar medical procedure, you treat an unfamiliar species, ignore any difficulty increase stemming from your unfamiliarity.
Cool.
Something like that.
All right. So let's get that roll. And Yazikov is giving the aid, right? The assist.
And I rolled 4 successes on my last thing. Did I gain any momentum from that?
Oh, you rolled 4 successes in the... Yeah, so that's right. So you know what? You guys have... We're going to separate the scenes, because I think that would work in this case. So Dr. Doug, you've got 2 in your pool you can tap into.
Cool. And I can convert those to dice?
So
or just rerolls?
You can spend 1 right now to gain an extra d20, yes. So you can have 3 d20 to roll.
I'm going to do that, because I feel like I don't want to kill the head of the Romulans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So then I have 1. Fair enough.
If you do, no one will be too sad.
No one on this ship will hate you for it.
Oh. Maybe just don't want to.
Oh no. Anyways.
Incidents. All right, here we go.
Just go into my book and cross that name off the list.
There you go.
Nice.
Do I assist?
Yeah, give us your assist.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just
you don't
hand
get to.
him the-
You don't get to. No, it's daring and medicine too, Varia.
Just one? Yeah, just one.
Yep, just one.
Wait, how is she assisting me?
Because she's stabbing in the adrenaline.
Doing the
Okay.
Pulp Fiction
Yeah.
I have
hard stabbing.
With a massive hypo spray.
I have collaboration medicine, so you can use my medicine ability.
Nice.
Oh,
Which
what's
is, I'm assuming,
5?
5.
Nice. My daring's pretty high. So.
There you go.
Wow. Wow. Well done.
Let's put that back.
Well done. All right. Yeah. So it works. That thing comes squealing out of the ear, full on screeching, just like it did when it traumatized all of us as kids.
I'm assuming Dr. Doug has like a glass jar that he puts it in, and like an old candy jar that he stuffs it
Oh
into.
man, I
Oh,
boot
yeah.
stomped that thing.
Does Dr. Doug candy jar it?
I'll try if Yazikov doesn't kill it first.
You just got the willies from remembering that crawling out of.
I'm-
That was. Ugh.
So I get that Yezikov would want to do that, but I love the idea of Dr.
Yeah, that's
Doug
fair.
taking like one of those
Into it.
candy jars, even with the
Yeah.
like the rubber
glass.
seal and the bulb on the top, and doing
Sure.
like the yeah. Because I mean, you would want to study this thing too, especially being exo.
And an
Yeah.
ancient species that was once thought dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You got 27 of them now.
And, you know, come back in an hour, see it's already
no.
dead, and you're like, oh,
I'm gonna have to spend the next 4 days removing these things from each of those
right.
Romulans.
So Mevin comes to, kind of like you see her eyes kind of stop being glazed over. And she's really kind of like weak and very disorientated, looks around, sees you, and just for a brief moment, she's like, fuck. Like, it's just that briefest of moments where she's just kind of like, oh, God. And then she, like, takes all of her strength just to look at you dead in the eyes, Yazikov, and she says, she's crazy. She's going to kill us all. Don't let her get it. And then she passes out. And that's when Zanny messages you. With the one that he had did earlier, where it's like
Oh,
getting
okay.
your ass up to the bridge.
Okay. I look at Rod. You're alright. You can do this. I will leave.
He's just looking at the jar. Oh yeah, man.
I mean, they'll all listen to me, so I can just have them line up outside sick bay.
Cargo bay, you're just outside. Like, next.
Exactly.
Just kill
I'll
him and
leave.
bring him back to life. Kill him.
Yeah. I'll
Just
leave.
have
him.
a,
You're gonna
have
need
a
security
bag
team.
of jars.
This is
Oh,
There's
like
already a
Secu-
security team there.
it's so much like
Oh.
this is suddenly. I just see the scene happening in lower decks where the doctor's just like rocks down the line, and then somebody goes out stabbing them, somebody else with different jars. Like, it's just like, oh no.
I get
Alright.
the EMH out, just stab them with the adrenaline.
Ooh, do you guys
I'll,
have the Mark
uh,
1 or the Mark 2? Mark 1. It'd be Mark 1.
Our ship's older, so yeah.
What was Mark II? Was Mark II the Andy Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So I'll go up to the. I will leave a security team echo with you, and I'll go up to the bridge.
Security.
As an aside, while he writes it down, how many security teams do we have? Like,
Yeah,
do we have a
that's-
full alphabet?
Times 2.
Are they like SEAL Team 6? Is it the good ones?
You've got like small security teams, like 5-man security teams. You've got like away mission security teams, and
Yeah.
you've got like
So what's Echo?
Echo's like five people,
Five
led
people?
by Ensign Andreevich.
We actually only have 5 security people. They just keep putting on different fake mustaches.
Yeah.
We're Echo today.
Yeah.
Our
There's only
crew
one
is only like
security team.
20 people, but they just
Andreevich.
costumes.
Just a lot of false
is
noses.
actually
And
Luther.
All right.
He's the like Mission Impossible mask. She just takes one of those off.
Yeah. I thought she'd never leave. All right. So no, I'm just kidding. No, too much goofy. All right. So you get to the bridge. And that smell of ozone is still in the air on the bridge from like exploded conduits, and like you can see a little bit of char mark. And the ship, Yazikov, you can even Gurkhan. Gurkhan looks stressed with the amount of strain going on the engines right now.
Gurkhan's also beat up. He's got a couple
Gurkhan's
of burns
got,
on
like,
him.
yeah.
Bleeding.
You get to your station, and the ship is traveling at warp 9.9. Like you're pushing the engines. And you're
this is where the Ford cell system really comes into.
Sorry, and you're ripping bat out of hell towards Romulan space. That's what you see, Yazikov.
Zanny has his seatbelt done up.
But everything else is secured information. Captain's eyes only.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Didn't the
because
captain put us at red alert as well?
she'll go over to her.
Drop out of warp.
So she'll go over to her station and she'll start. All right. It's in Beagle report. All right.
Beagle from the back corner is kind of like.
All right, then.
Okay. So Sofek, give me one more of those sensor rolls.
Daring science again.
Daring and science again.
I'm going to use Momentium.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Oh, wow.
How much momentum do we get back?
Ship support 7.
Sure, ship can support.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
so 6 successes.
So 6, so 3. So you get 2 more. So you've got 4 altogether. 5 altogether. 5 altogether.
Alrighty.
So you do get information. You are able to send it right to Zanny. Zanny, your 3 ships are in zone.
Wonderful.
4 or 3?
Zanny is looking for 3 ships at the moment.
I thought it was 2. Oh, 2 additional ships to us. Yeah, 3 to us.
There's you and 3 others that you're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's
you
3.
make 4, Gurkhan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you and they're kind of like ripping fast too. Everyone's kind of converging on this one spot.
And there's one ship. Sofek Scan had the ship at the coordinates. Like what the information he sent me? Or am I just seeing the other ones?
So the information he sent you, actually, it's good enough. Gurk, Sofek, would you like to burn a momentum to give Captain more information?
We only have 5. Yeah, I guess we'll use 1.
Don't you get
All right.
information for free?
Not in this case, because he literally said he's rerouting everything towards the captain, so he doesn't actually get any of the information.
Happily.
Someone in chat wants to know if Dr. Ross knows that the suckers are for the patients. Dr. Doug has never seen without a sucker in his mouth. Especially on duty. All right.
Dr. Doug might have been a smoker. We don't know.
Okay. So Sofek, so Zanny, you do detect other ships on long-range sensors, but just at the very edge. You detect 3 of the Daredex class warbirds and some ship in a configuration you've never seen before.
They're outside of Romulan space?
They are currently outside of Romulan space.
Right.
They're heading towards Romulan space. It looks like the Daredex class ships are chasing the other one. And your course intercepting with the other 3 are all chasing them.
Right. So they're all chasing the Daredex, who are chasing the one ship, and we're coming in the other way?
Yeah, so it's like one ship over here.
Yeah.
And then the Daredex right over here. And you guys are coming from over here and like this.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come in front of the Daredex, basically.
From the sides.
Yeah. We're flanking them.
Doing that Klingon arriving in the Dominion War just in time scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I should parcel out some information now.
Carry on.
Might be good. And my directives were either destroy the lead ship, so not the Daredex, or rescue it.
Correct.
If I can't do one, gotta do the other. I'll stand up from my console and walk over to Yazikov and just give you the heads up.
This doesn't happen.
No, it's weird, right? You should just say
We
it to
got
the whole
shorter
crew.
than
we got
I remember.
we got 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just go. We're about to come out of warp. When we do, there'll be a lead ship of unknown configuration and 3 Daredek classes. We've got to stop the Daredeks from chasing down that lead ship. We've got 2 of our own ships coming up behind. So three of our own ships coming up from behind. So our goal is to delay the Daredeks before we can rescue the other ship. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Target.
We have Mevin downstairs. We just pulled a city eel out of her head. She said not to let her get it. She can never get it. I don't know what it means,
I think
but
I
it
do.
might have something to do with this situation.
Well, then, in that case, best retrieve that ship before the Romulans get it. I think I knew who's on that. The Tal Shiar. I think these might be Tal Shiar. Be prepared for those tactics. And then I'll walk over to Sofek. Sofek, coordinate any. I basically tell him the same thing, like what I just told Jessica, but his orders are to find immediate targets so we can take out the engines on those Romulan Warbirds. I don't want them to be able to follow that ship anymore. And then, again, privately over to Gurkhan, let him know what we're about to do, and also see if he can find a way to flag that ship so we can follow it up afterwards. Because we're going to have to cut off the Daredeks first.
So as you say that, the readings that Sofek is getting shows that lead ship that the Daedalus class are chasing stops suddenly in space.
Balls. Right.
The Daedalus are just about to catch up to it. And in fact, as you kind of like balls, Sofek is able to report that they did indeed catch up to it.
Okay, I order Sarah, as soon as we drop out of warp, we'll be at red alert, attack pattern, beta 2. I'll take my seat. And Jessica, you have your targets. Here we go. Let's do this. We're coming in hard.
All right, so as you break in, you see in front of you 3 Daedalus Warbirds laying into what looks like a Starfleet ship you've never seen before. It's got 4 nacelles, and it's got a delta triangle attached to the front of it. It's very squat, very elongated, giving only Romulan life signs on board. Shields are up. It's got a blade of armor, and the shields seem to be doing a weird regeneration that they've got. The Akira and you see that the Daedalus just start shooting at the ship, and then so do the Akira and the 2 Defiant class that are with you, and you get orders securely, Zanny, to open fire on the lead ship.
The lead Daedalus ship.
Nope, the Federation one that looks weird.
Well, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that one and take pot shots at the Romulans. I want them to go away.
All right, do it.
Jessica, if you have your targeting orders, I turn to her and go, take out their weapons instead. I want them to... That's all I say to her. And then I'm going to pass it to her.
All right. Jessica?
Yes, sir. I will fire a photon torpedo at their weapons.
Yeah.
Cool. And I have some momentum, I believe.
Okay.
So I will buy an additional D20.
Yeah.
And then I would like to use yes. Okay. All right. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do those things. And then I'll roll.
Thriven says called target with torpedoes risky.
5 successes.
Oh my god! Not
That's
for
what you
Yazikov. Yeah. Yazikov just fixes her hair, even though it's like buzz cut short.
Yeah, she's got the kind of the slick back.
Yeah.
She looks down at her console that Sofek has made for like a preschooler with just giant blocks of colors. So, it's this one. No.
Fist button. Yeah.
All right, so let's roll damage.
Roll damage.
Right.
Jesus,
That's
that
the
was
other
a
thing I need to
whole
do.
lot of things.
There we go.
Oh my goodness.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
High yield.
Now we also got, so each one of those ones, and plus all the momentum, we can go ahead and, just go ahead and say it cuts their resistances and...
Oh, Jesus.
Do the min-max thing.
Yeah. So how many...
Do the min-max thing.
So
I love it for a
1, 2,
second.
3, 4. Well, let's say your resistance is 6. We burn 3 momentum to reduce it by 2 each time.
Okay.
So
Now, keep in mind, we're not getting momentum off of this roll. They're not versatile.
We got them all off of Leah's roll.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There are 5 successes, which we only need 2 to hit. 3 otherwise, so I burnt the 2. And then, so now we're down to 5 momentum again.
Yeah.
And then no resistance, 12 points of damage.
And high yield causes an additional breach.
Yeah, so that's 1, 2.
And I targeted the weapon system.
So
2
weapons
breaches.
are offline.
Yeah, 2 breaches, 3 we took down the shields.
Cool.
Yeah, so the weapons are offline, their shields are offline, but the ship is still structurally sound. Tim is blowing threat in order to make it so. So the ship, we're going to put the ship's disruptor weapons are gone, the ones that laid into you guys earlier. The ships are all giving off the same power signals that you guys saw before. So that really weird power source. These Daderdex Warbirds are all giving off that same power source. Their crew complement is minimal. And the other 2 open up their disruptor banks. I'm going to let one shoot.
I'm going to retain initiative.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Jessica, wasn't that my turn that you shot that? You want to try that again?
on her turn now?
There's
Yeah.
literally only one thing I'm good at, and it's this.
Full spread.
Yes, sir. Targeting now.
You hear that music like when Wrecker showed up at the end of Lower Decks?
Yeah.
Song?
Yeah, the opening sequence.
Except I'm blasting it out into subspace.
Right.
One day I'll get good enough to coordinate music with this, but not today. I'm not going to try and learn something on the fly. So, take your shot.
2 successes. However, since I bought a dice and I have cautious, I get to re-roll the 0. Wow. So I will do that.
Oh my God.
And that
3
is
successes.
2 successes.
Perfect.
Well,
Oh my
that's
God,
not-
that's a 1.
That's a 1.
That's a 1,
That's
so...
4 successes.
It's a critic 4 successes.
Oh my God.
Perfect. So it hits. Photon torpedoes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Oh my God.
14, 16 points of damage.
All right. So you just lay into this ship. Tim blows another 2 threat in order to keep it from blowing up, but it is not dead yet. It just has no more
We should
weapons.
probably stop doing so much damage with our ship, because when the Dominion War starts, they're probably going to put us on the front lines.
That's exactly where we want to be.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, so Thriven, whoever Thriven is, all right, for your next shots, you're going to use Insight and Medicine because you're euthanizing the Romulans. That's very much kind of what's happening right now. Okay, so you guys let loose. This ship is seriously damaged. Suddenly a torpedo shoots out from the Federation ship you've all been chasing, arcs up around one of the Warbirds and hits the one of the Defiants dead on, knocking out its shields. It's going to have to back out. And the Romulans sort of break off. One of them goes for the other Defiant. The other Romulan ship and the Akira still focus fire in on the weird-looking Starfleet ship, and you guys have 7 minutes to figure out if you're gonna do something. But I'm gonna take a couple shots. So you'll see the Akira and the Romulan ship both lay into the unusual Starfleet one, and that one loses its shields. Now it's your turn again.
Well, so one of the Romulan ships is down. One of them is fighting the.
One is
other
very
one.
damaged because you've screwed up its weapons, so it's having a hard time shooting. But it's still everything else, like it breached all across. It has no shields. And it has breaches all across. It can't shoot. And in fact, you know what? Screw it. It's actually making a dead run straight for the.
We hit the same ship twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 7 breaches. It's blown up.
Tim's
He
burnt
said
off
he
all
was-
his
he
threat
burnt.
to make sure that it doesn't happen. Yeah. So
Have a black hole.
it's doing a ramming. It's ramming. It's trying to do a battle like a ramming speed.
How close is it to the other dare deck?
Not super close. They're all kind of spread out. They're split up.
I was hoping to use the tractor beam to pull it into the other
You're
one.
son of a bitch.
I mean, we do have a graviton system.
So Sam, you've gone. Leah, you've gone. I need Gurkhan or Sofek or Doug. Quick. Got 5 minutes.
I am going to load the quantum torpedo into the empty photon torpedo bay.
Come on, man.
No.
I gotta give you a story.
No one asked me. I'm going to load that as my free action.
Okay.
I'm
The
going
quantum
to attempt
torpedo?
Yeah, apparently.
quantum.
I'm pretty sure like only Sam can authorize using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have a
If I
talent
don't know,
called-
all I can do is reprimand him later.
I have a value
How do you
called
even have
think,
access
act,
to it?
then talk.
It's true.
How
Why
do I
would
have
you let
access
him
to
have
it? It's my
access
bed.
to it? Okay, keep going. Keep
And
going.
then I'm going to see if
He's
I
the
can actually.
engineer. I can't keep him out.
Keep going.
I'm going to actually see if I can possibly get our interception system firing.
Okay.
Our experimental system. Because the shields are max. We've done a bunch of damage. There's not much for me to do. I'm like, let's see if we can get this toy going. Maybe it'll help us knock these ships out without
Okay,
destroying
so
them.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you're going to need 4 successes at the very least.
Okay. You want me to? No, that's the wrong
Why did I
stat
tell
line.
you that? Just take it.
Reason or
That's the
daring?
first time I've told you in a long time. This is absolutely daring.
Okay, daring and engineering.
Yeah.
I got 3 dice for this to start.
You do
I'm
not.
going-
You do not get to use the ship on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a 4th dice for this.
Okay.
I'm going to burn a determination.
Okay.
I am going to
You son of a
use
bitch.
a crazy plan is better than no plan,
Yeah.
along with think, act, and talk. Because I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm doing it.
Well, you
and then
used
I'm
that
gonna
already.
ask-
You used that already to load the quantum torpedo.
Yeah, but that's what I'm using it for the quantum torpedo.
Okay.
I'm explaining it because I'm thinking about launching it, acting on it. Then I'm going to ask the captain after it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is my veteran role. Didn't show up. Whatever. I don't care. I lose my determination.
Yeah.
2,
Oh, come
4,
on.
6, 8 successes.
Let's put our momentum to max.
All right, so your ship does that weird lotus blossom crap that I really got to just take away permanently. That's totally happening in season 2.
It's blowing out. I'm saying it's destroyed on this one.
Oh, totally, yeah. You take out the last of that ship, just as that experimental ship you're watching, and it splits into 3 separate ships, veers off around.
Sam got to where I was.
Yeah.
Veers off around and shoots at and takes out the ship. So just as you guys like lotus blossom this sucker, Tim uses everything he's got to hold it together for this scene that he's been waiting for the end, when the ship that breaks into 3 destroys it.
No, we rescue it way before that happens. Fuck off. The doctor can go back to his own ship on his own time.
It blows up one of the Romulan ships, and you guys blow up the other one, and the third one retreats. The Akira and the Defiant class don't signal you. They just kind of you get literally one word, Sam, dismissed.
Understood.
They surround that ship as it kind of forms back into one ship. The last Romulan ship, you guys notice that it heads off in the same direction as the planet, heading for the same system that you guys. The one that Q brought you to.
The Q?
Do you remember when
Brought us
Q
to?
brought you to a planet?
Trying to remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's heading to. There was not a Romulan kindergarten on that ship.
That's what I was laughing
said
at.
it was like lower elite. It was no. So you're heading towards in season episode 2. I think it was episode 2 or 3 when you guys had Q and he kind of like popped you into a starbase, a Romulan starbase. This is where you head. Q. That's the direction that ship is going.
And even if there was a Romulan kindergarten, all we're doing is preventing future Tal Shiar.
Stop it.
Anyways, Sarah,
crimes.
we come alongside the 3-pronged ship and then head back towards Federation's, or we just head back towards Federation space.
You're not even heading towards back into the Expanse.
Oh, we're back into the Expanse.
Yeah.
We sign off. I said howdy doody to the rest of them. Just talk to you later. Just
they don't even respond.
order
Their one-word response was dismissed. Yeah.
dismissed.
Because of the top secret nature.
Yeah. And then we head back to where we were, I guess.
Yeah. So one of the things you're able to debrief Mevin on is that the she that she's talking about is she kind of looks at you as you come down and she gives you a sly look, Zanny. She says, "So, how was your tour of the Romulan installation?" Or not Zanny. It was Yezikov that went and Luther, right? Yeah. So she just gives Yezikov kind of like that. Like, so what would you think of the installation? She knew full well that you guys were there.
Of course she did. How else did we get in, really?
She didn't say anything. So she says, I was doing the reverse, but not against you and not with you for the Romulan Star Republic. So the Romulan Navy has noticed that since the Tal Shiar broke, there's been fractures, let's say within its hierarchy. And someone has taken control, and it's taken us years to figure out who. And from the Expanse, they've been expanding their power and their base, and we're nervous that they're going to make a launch for the Senate. We needed to stop it. This was one of the things that we were worried about. Not even like aside from the experimental weapons and the experimental drives, which are showing to be proven to, let's say, overpowered if you hadn't noticed. But if they had intercepted that ship that you guys had, stupid Starfleet, always making things you don't know how to use properly right away. Like giving children toys. Nonetheless, Empress Sela has to be stopped. And that is where we're going to fade into our credits with the to be continued for next week or next game. So, to be continued for our season finale in 2 weeks. We have our last guest of the season coming in, we'll have a big show for you. So I hope to see you all there. We'll see you in 2 weeks with our season finale of Star Trek Lost Voyages season 1. I can't believe we've done season 1. Woohoo! Congratulations, everyone. That's pretty exciting. I'm excited. Anyways, live long and prosper. See you in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.